Good evening, everybody. I am Danny, and I am joined tonight with Ectar. Ectar, who is of the Wooloos. Ectar, is that correct?
Of the Nexus Wooloos fame.
Of the Nexus Wooloos fame. Tonight we are casting the Division C game, NGS. I believe this is round 7. Cats on the keyboard versus ICC Valkyries. Should be a fun match. Looking at the standings, which we were looking at a second ago, if my soothsayer wants to populate correctly this time.
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah. We've got, I believe, Cats on the keyboard in 7th place with 9 points. And our friends, the ICC Valkyries, with in 9th place with, I want to say, 6 points. There we go.
That's correct.
Just a reminder, top 8 make it to the playoffs, and we're getting closer to that point.
Yeah, and if the Valkyries are able to take a win tonight, that'll put them up into 7th place, bumping Cats down as they'll be tied in points but have the head-to-head tiebreaker.
Yeah, that's cool to know. Looking at map bans tonight, Cats on the keyboard did win the coin flip, and they elected to take the first pick. And our friends Ice Crown Citadels are taking us to Infernal Shrines. This is a map we see pretty often. You're going to see lots of fights on the point. I'm not sure. Is this the number 1 pick map, Ectar? Typically,
easily.
Yeah, easily.
Easily.
Yeah. You know what's funny? We usually ban this map in our games.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I've always felt that whichever team thinks that they're the better team should take Infernal Shrines because it's the least cheesy, most normal, quote-unquote, map.
Yeah.
So ICC Valkyries feeling really comfortable to want to go here as their first map pick, I think.
We ban it because we feel like everyone always plays it and scrims on it, so we're like, we'll just take that away from them as a comfort pick.
And you mentioned while we were waiting around for the coin toss that your team's favorite map is Volskaya Foundry. Which
our favorite map actually is Braxis Holdout, which is which is a very cheesy map. I know. This season we are 3-0 on Braxis.
Braxis is a cheesy map, but it does allow for some pretty unique strategies.
Yes.
I like it since the changes to the button where you can actually stop the channel, kind of like Dragonshire.
Yeah.
When it went to neutral, having people on it, it made the map super boring.
Yeah. We like to run a 1-3-1 on Braxis, but tonight we are going to Infernal. I don't know too much about these two teams. We did have Cats on the keyboard ban out Braxis and Cursed Hollow, with ICC banning out Sky Temple and Skya. But should be a good match. We are waiting for the members of Ice Crown Citadel Valkyrie to join the lobby.
Yeah, I wonder if they missed the first posting about it.
Yeah.
So Cats on my keyboard have played this map 4 times. It doesn't look like they've done anything particularly spicy. They like Sonya on this map, but who doesn't like Sonya on this map, to be honest?
Yeah.
I guess the most interesting pick that they've got is Nazeebo for this map. Nazeebo you usually see on the maps that are more inclined to go late game than Infernal Shrines, but he's certainly not a bad pick as long as you're not going Toad build.
Now I'm confused, Ectar. We've got Valkyries and Valkyrie.
Yeah, didn't you know that this is the Valk team? We're trying to get Valkymer on the team for next season. This is an established fact.
This is interesting because my apologies. I assumed that Valkyries was Valkyrie in the Discord, but I didn't know that there's 2 separate Valks. So This will make casting that much harder for me.
It's fine. You'll introduce the left-hand side and make me introduce the right-hand side.
There we go. Awesome. This is exciting. We are having members of the Valk team slowly meander in. But yeah, we're good here. But Ectar, what other heroes do you like to play on this map?
That I like to play personally, or that I like to see picked on this
personally,
map?
as a healer.
As healer, with the geometry of the points, I think Ana gets a lot of value.
Okay.
Because it can be so hard to get around to engage onto her. So her big weakness is being dove on. Yeah. And it's a lot harder to do that as long as you're positioning well. Other than that, just the strong meta picks I think are pretty good. Your Anduins, your Stukovs, your Rhaegars if you get them. Rhaegar actually I think a little bit especially because it's a map that requires a lot of macro, and that's one of the things that he brings better than other healers.
Now, did I read that right today when you said that Stukov has a sub 50% win rate in most divisions?
Every division except for
Storm
and one half of Div C, and I don't remember which half it is offhand.
That's interesting. Let's let these teams know we are ready. Yeah, it's funny because typically after the Rhaegar is banned out, we see not everybody, most teams grab that Stukov with that puddle build. We do see some Brightwings come through, maybe some Valkyries, but it's a large preference to go Stukov.
Yeah, but they nerfed his generality, is how I'm going to say that. They nerfed both his generic healing as well as the effectiveness of his silence, which is the biggest button in his whole kit. So they just made him a generally worse healer, which means you need to really be able to play off of the things that he does well. And that's why I think he still does really well in Storm, because those teams have the coordination on lock that it was like when they nerfed Genji a long time ago, and he was still really strong at the very top echelons of play, but his win rate in the rest of Heroes of the Storm just plummeted.
You know, I was having this discussion last night with Ferret. We casted a Storm Division game, and mechanically and macro-wise, they're masters, right? But I think where the difference is between Storm Division and pretty much every other division, including Heroic, is they understand the draft game and they pick to counter or to help their team versus people just put comps together and don't look at what the other side is playing as well, or they'll grab an off lane Alex Straza for some weird flame buffet build. But I think draft strategy.
Why you gotta call Majesty out like that?
Did Majesty do that? I think Majesty played. Didn't Majesty play offlane like Morales?
He's played offlane Morales and offlane Lily. I don't think he's actually played offlane Alexstrasza yet, but it sounds like something he would do.
We played some games with TV Coffee, and he played offlane Alexstrasza, and honestly, he carried so hard. He had the most heroic damage on the team. He went to flame buffet build and just ate the entire time. It was really fun to watch. First ban, we do see a Hanzo being taken out. There must be a Hanzo player on the side of the Ice Crown Citadel of Valkyries.
Must be. There's no reason to first ban Hanzo otherwise. Let me see if I can pull him up real fast. I will say about your point before, about Storm really being big into the drafting portion of the game. I think that's a very salient point. Every time that someone asks me for advice in how to draft or how to make comps, the first thing I always tell them is it's more important to play heroes you're comfortable with than trying to force a composition. In Storm, you don't have that problem at all.
Yeah.
And Hanzo is the ICC Valkyries' most played hero at 7 games out of their 17 games, so not a huge surprise to see that getting banned out.
So we do see the Rhaegar being taken off the board along with Hanzo. Jahan obviously banned out by Ice Crown Citadel as their first ban. And final ban coming out, are we going to see a Stukov ban, or are we going to see a targeted ban like a Junkrat being deleted off the map? I don't know what else. I'm not sure what the side of Castle Keyboard plays besides Johanna.
Yeah, and
there's Stukov.
Yeah, sort of interesting that the first pick team is the one banning the Rhaegar. Often they will leave that open and make the other team ban it.
Well, maybe they don't play it, and they don't want to play Stukov. So maybe they'll grab a right wing here, which, in terms of soak and mobility and Xen onto targets, they go that route. But I think with the healers left up, they got an Anduin left up, Malfurion, Brightwing, and there she is.
I gotta say, I love being a part of any meta that first round bans healers, because it makes the rest of the choices more interesting. Rhaegar is generally so good you can almost put him into any comp, especially in like Div A and below, you don't really need to build around a Rhaegar.
Yeah.
So once you get those extremely good and versatile healers out, you have to go with healers that have a more defined role, and that's just more fun to play and watch.
For the frozen throne.
I think Nubarak is really good into Brightwing. I think that's a couple of
he is
wrong
really good into
pickups
Brightwing
from Valkyrie.
I mean, but then again, so the Brightwing pickup gets rid of the option. It doesn't get rid of it, but it makes it harder to play as a Diablo. You know, Diablo queues in and Brightwing just polys. But we do see the Nubarak being grabbed with Tassadar, who's able to, you know, put up walls and do some area damage. And we are going to see May and Junkrat come through. So perhaps she goes the W build that gets waves cleared up faster. And Junkrat is extremely annoying to play into on this map, since he could just put, you know, traps and bombs on the point, and it's not hard. It's not easy to fight into that. So far, I like the draft from Cats on the Keyboard.
I was actually going to say the exact opposite. I think I really like the setup that ICC Valkyries have. A Nubarak is a tank that, in a lot of cases, does one or two things, but he does them very well. He stuns out specifically one target. Obviously, his abilities can hit more than one, but it's very easy to hit 2 stuns into one target. Tassadar does big chunky damage, and against anyone that doesn't have mobility that can go over terrain, Force Wall is also really good, effective follow-up CC in a lot of cases. So you can just put a lot of damage into something.
Deathwing being taken off the board, perhaps to get rid of the option for ICC to walk over traps and get rid of those. I'm not sure if they have a Deathwing place on the side, but who knows? But good ban on the side of Cast on the Keyboard.
And Tychus, to me, indicates that maybe... Actually, I was going to say maybe thinking of going into Diablo, but they've already got May, so maybe they're going to look into going a heavy frontline composition from there.
Have a Whitemane come out. Ectar, talk to us about Whitemane, because she's extremely strong at, what, level 7? Or 13? I forget where Car Spike is. But, typically, I don't see that hero being played in this division very often.
I don't typically see Whitemane being run in a composition or against a composition like this.
Yeah.
And I think that the Sylvanas is a really good pickup. One of the things that Whitemane struggles a lot with is just keeping people topped up during protracted poking engagements. So going into the Junkrat already and having the Sylv as well can make these fights really awkward for Whitemane, who usually does really good at preventing heroes from dying in a dive engage.
Yeah, plus
but that's not
Whitemane stands still, so it's gonna be interesting. So last pickup, we do have the Blaze being grabbed by Valk Slays.
I wonder if they're not just taking the Whitemane for Divine Reckoning to add additional damage into the Nubarak dive.
Perhaps.
That's what this looks like to me, is just a Nubarak pick and delete a target. They've got Blaze for really strong follow-up CC, and his Jet Propulsion stun is so big he can prevent a lot of the rest of the team from doing things. And then Tassadar and Vala are just high burst damage on top of it.
Here's how I envision this being played for Valkyries. Is we have the Nubarak burrow in, Tassadar walls behind whoever the burrow target is, and then Vala just does her thing.
No argument for me.
Yeah.
And I think that if they're able to execute that, they do have maybe the easier composition to run, which I think is really important.
On the side of Cats on my keyboard, we have got Ghost on Junkrat, Koala on the Diva, Chelsea on Sylvanas, PJ Red on May, and Camelanize on Brightwing.
And on the right-hand side, in the red trunks, they are Icecrown Citadel Valkyries, with the titular Valkyrie playing Vala, Valk Slays playing Blaze, Waterlong playing Whitemane, Slice on Anubarak, and Ascendaran playing Tassadar.
Titular Valkyries. You must have gotten one of those Word of the Day calendars, Ectar.
You would think so. I heard that in a rap song once, and I had to look it up.
All right.
So we do have Vala going into the Q build, which is, I think, very expected, given the single target blow-up that they've drafted.
Yeah.
Tassadar going into auto attack build, I find a lot more questionable. I really would have expected Q build.
So far, wave priority goes over to the side of Cats on the keyboard, and they're going to have a quick rotation down this bottom lane. But we do see Sylvanas hanging out mid for the time being.
Yeah, really good pushing priority coming out for the side of Cats on my keyboard already.
Whitemane might be in trouble here.
Oh my god.
That's a quick first blood here.
That was a great stun combo.
At the sub-minute mark, we had Mei throw that snowball into the bush, find a Whitemane, and fall up with a kill. Really strong poly by the Brightwing too to help secure the stun from Mei.
Yeah, I don't.
And we're gonna see an invade here. We're gonna see an invade here. I'm not sure if this is the right call, but I like the aggressiveness coming out from Cats on the keyboard.
ICC are engaging on this a little bit quick. They don't
Slice
have that
is
deal
low.
yet.
Slice
Nuback
does
is
go
very
down.
low and he goes
Yeah.
down. We had the port in from Brightwing, who is already there. It's really just a heal throughput Z button at this point, but you know, without a tank, there's really not much that ICC Valkyrie can do other than try to get some priority in bot lane.
And they're gonna go ahead and take away this this easy camp away from ICC. You have an engage here from Mei, and they're gonna go ahead and start their neutral siege camp bottom lane here, or look at it for the time being. Yep, trapping that bush. Now ICC knows they're here. Level 4s are online, and they're pretty far off for Valkyries, so they do have the talent here advantage. But Blaze is rotated down here, so 5v4. Cast the keyboard, playing pretty disciplined. They're gonna give us up. It looks like. Oh,
Yeah,
it's done.
Diva started rotating down, but just not quick enough to make something happen. Valkyries gets moved pretty far in though.
Okay, I think he's fine.
Is able to walk away. Yeah, slightly missing the icing there means that Valkyries is going to be able to walk away. Diva did come all the way down here, so neither team getting a soak advantage, but both the bruises are rotating out now.
And the members of Cats on the keyboard are chunked a little bit. They took a little more damage there. Ghost at about half health. Good wall from Tassadar.
A lot of damage coming out from ICC Valkyries. This is about the time where I would like to see both of the teams trying to capture their bruiser camp. It's a little less important because it's in the top lane, so both teams could get it cleared, but getting a camp is usually better than not getting a camp.
Yeah, I think it's past that point to grab that hard camp just now. But
we do have, notably, ICC Valkyries rotating up a lot faster, so they'll be able to maybe get some damage into Koala, but more importantly than that, they'll be able to...
Koala
that will be at least...
is going to blow her little mech bomb. So that's
a little
out of the
unfortunate
fight.
to get propulsion hitting the mech, but they are in position first, which means they get the defensive setup, which can make it really difficult for the members of Cats on my keyboard to actually try to push into.
And level 7s will be online first for Cats on the keyboard. I would like to see them prioritize getting those waves cleared out to get 7s.
Which is exactly
what they're
Sylvanas
doing.
is doing. We don't have it quite yet, though.
We do have the blue blue easy camp pushing mid. Boop comes out, bops back Valk Slays, followed up with a stun from Koala. Z onto Mei. Koala's getting a little low, 25 to 6 monkeys. Level 7s are online now for our friends Cats on the keyboard.
Yeah, I'd like to
34
see
to
ICC
6
back
though.
out now, but they've pushed themselves really far into this
37.
back corner. Mei finds it, and that is a huge amount of
That's a big boop. 39
coming in there. They do get the objective, but actually only trading out Tassadar. I thought they were going to bleed out at least 1 or 2 more kills. Really good disengage from ICC.
Looking at the mid. Mid's going to get cleared out. Not too much damage on that wall. As this frozen Punisher, good damage on this wall as it's frozen out.
Yo, this Junkrat is getting so much value out of the traps and the concussion nades. Punisher down at about a 3rd health. It looks like they're only going to get like the 1 tower in the sidewall. So pretty good defense coming out from the members of Cats on my keyboard. 1 last stun. They're going to find, yeah, the front wall and 1 of the 2 towers. Honestly, about what you expect for the first
especially since they didn't have a Tassadar, unfortunately. Weren't able to take full advantage of that Punisher.
We do have the Tassadar, by the way, going into the Bruiser camp. He actually didn't go full auto-attack build. He's going into the slow and damage and the electric fence.
Yeah.
Almost finished out at level 1, though. Should actually be done when this camp is finished.
And both hard camps will be grabbed about the same time for both these teams.
Valkyries is able to pick up an easy camp as well, though.
Yep.
about a full level lead in favor of Cats on My Keyboard, which should give them 10 in time for the next objective, and probably not for their opponents.
Koala.
Big stun combo coming out onto Koala, but does have the Diva Bomb to drop.
I would have liked to see her hold on to that, but she did blow her bomb.
Probably has time to get another one before objective.
Yeah.
Big rotation onto this bottom camp, though. 4 members for ICC Valkyries, 2, it looks like, for Cats on My Keyboard. They do have the global to bring it up a little bit, but just not quite quick enough.
I'm actually pretty impressed with Slice being pretty disciplined with just anchoring for his team, getting vision. Don't see a lot of tanks in this division do that.
I'm really impressed with how consistently Ghost is getting these traps and concussion mines off.
Yeah.
We have Cats on My Keyboard taking their own easy camp. Diva's doing her best to double soak, which is part of the XP contribution putting them up ahead level 10, but more than that, it's the 3-0 in kills.
Now, level 10s are online for Cats. We got micro missiles from Diva, Riptire, Blink Heal, Mind Control, and Avalanche.
Avalanche I found a bit surprising.
A little bit surprising, but maybe, you know, it's a pretty aggressive maid, so maybe she wants to slide back and throw some balls into the back line.
Maybe. We do have a 3v4 now. Brightwing does have Z available, so could come in at any time, but 10s are now picked up for the members of ICC Valkyries, picking up the Rain of Vengeance, Cocoon, Archon, it is Divine Reckoning, and to be determined from Blaze.
Good mind control. But Chelsea... Oh, big Z from Brightwing keeps up Sylvanas. Riptire goes out, hits 3 members. Valkyries does land an E onto the team.
And it is Bunker, so going to be able to mitigate a lot of damage with both the health of the Bunker itself as well as the 25 armor it gives to everyone who gets in and out. Valkyrie using the Q reset on E to just get a little extra poke damage and try to get an extra stack in there. Objective coming up in 2 seconds, no camps available, and both teams even talent tiers, so look to see both teams fighting hard for this.
Bomb should be up for Diva in a second here. Big stun, boot back onto Vala. Can she get out? Yes.
Big Divine Reckoning is doing a lot of damage.
Big Divine Reckoning. Mind control onto Blaze, won't do much. Has Bunker.
Bomb didn't do a whole lot except get a fair number of Shrine Monkeys. Bunker is going to stop the stun, but Valkyrie does E into it.
Oh, big jump back boop.
Very far into the back.
Blaze goes down.
No one especially low on this side of Cats on My Keyboard, so they should be able to snowball despite the rest of the way. They're a little bit behind in Shrine Monkeys, but actually now they're quite a bit behind. I wonder if ICC will be able to force the rest of this.
Yeah, they want to be more a little aggressive here. Riptire going out to zone out the team. Big damage onto Vala there. 31 to 31, and this objective should go over the side of Cats on My Keyboard.
Yeah, Anubrak is up in time, so should be able to get a nice jump, pull it deep into the fort, and so they can minimize the amount of damage they're taking. Their opponents are actually not looking to capitalize on the first jump at all, instead prioritizing taking this camp that's going to push mid lane.
I mean, that's smart. I feel like that's fine. You're going to get level 13s here. You're going to fight into with a talent advantage.
Yeah, you know me, Danny. I just love follow-up CC so much. I like to see people trying to get it off of the objectives as much as they can.
And again, another good defense of that second objective. Ooh, good blink coming out from Brightwing to get away from the Anubrak stun.
Nubrak looking to try to find something, forcing it a little bit, and we had Waterlog have to pop the Divine Reckoning once again to get Slice topped off. But topped off he is. They could try to make something down here, but deciding instead.
Do you see a 4-man rotation here onto Diva? We did not have Nubrak. Yeah, Nubrak didn't engage here, so maybe they're looking here at this on the blue side's neutral camp here, or siege camp. Good position.
Yeah, this is just a 4v4 that they're opting to take here.
Mind control
goes out, followed by the stun.
The burrow is burned, so they're gonna get away. Plus, they have this blue, this neutral camp pushing bottom for it.
Yeah, forcing out Mind Control is something, but it's a 40-second cooldown. It's probably going to be available the next time that they're going to want to use it, so it's not. They didn't force out much.
Nubrak
Gonna get
looking.
some damage into Koala here, but not getting the impale.
She skates away. And Junkrat is going to take some siege damage to this bottom fort. Let's see if they can secure this. Turns off the fort.
Slice is looking for something. He's got the cocoon available. Not gonna pop it though. Actually, ICC taking by far the worst end of that trade.
Yeah.
Losing a lot of hit points for not much gain. Another mind control is going to hit on the
big
Cassinar.
boot from Junkrat. We
Waddle
have
getting a
PJ
lot of
Red
value
in the
out of this
backline,
heroic kill.
avalanche onto Whitemane. But we do have a counter kill onto Sylvanas. May
Divine
pops her
Reckoning
straight.
is so strong. Cassinar was nearly dead, and then he was full hit points as soon as he came out of the cocoon.
I feel like May might have baited her team by being so deep in there. The Brightman was forced to use her Z onto her, and she pays for it. But big boop onto Nubrak, but he does have his burrow.
At the same time, we have D.Va trying to double soak, and opposite, Blaze took a bruiser camp and is just trying to force down top fort, and D.Va's not really responding to this. I wonder if Elxlaze gets it.
Big poop on Nubrak. I'm not sure if he's got... Yeah, he has burrow now. PJ Red in there.
Went in
She's
pretty
low.
far, though, and is going to go down.
We'll go down.
So this fort is definitely forfeit, which is going to be great for them. The next time a mini wave spawns, they're going to have that catapult to put additional pressure in that bottom lane. They've even got time to take their own siege camp, it looks like, before going up onto the objective, because they did get a kill on the day.
Vala is porting back, so she's going to cap off on mana and health. But they're going to be able to easily grab their siege camp and start on the objective point and pick up some XP going from mid to top, or from bottom to mid. Hard camp, though, is grabbed on the side of Cats on the keyboard, so that will push top.
A little bit of Heroes of the Storm math. Once Tassadar picks up Psychic Shock on 16, he kills a minion wave with 1W, no additional assistance required, so don't even need to stop to auto-attack the front minions.
Control goes out, finds a bug, throws away, stun onto D.Va. Bomb goes out.
We've got the cocoon onto the bright lane, but it doesn't look like
ICC
ICC are able to make anything really happen with it.
26
Riptire comes out, and there's
to 3.
a lot of clumping here. Slice is able to burrow charge out in time and gets a lot of healing from Reckoning.
Bomb should not kill. There we go. Yeah, he gets away.
Koala is going to lose mech, though, and a big jet propulsion is going to probably secure the D.Va kill.
Burrow onto D.Va. Stun, Q. That's one dead D.Va. Stun onto May. Objective is secured by ICC Valkyries.
Yeah, Valkyrie's just running the kitchen sink right now. Every time an engagement happens, just throw everything at them, and with as many stuns as they have, it's starting to work really well.
And they are focusing just on this mid fort, not touching the hero. They do not want to grab aggro from the tower hitting you, fort hitting you.
Yeah, losing the fort at this point is expected, though, and not losing anything more than that is a pretty good position for them to be in. The big point here is that they had Blaze out the whole time, and D.Va was dead, so they're able to really work on that XP differential. Now we're at the awkward phase of the game where not a whole lot is available for either team. Lanes are pushed out favorably for your opponents. They're able to take this bottom camp. But they won't be able to soak much more than that.
And Blaze is going to go ahead and be able to cap the top hard camp for ICC. I mean, I'm impressed so far with the ICC's game ability so far.
Yeah, once they got level 10 power spikes, they really came into their own, and they've been taking convincing team fights.
I mean, Whitemane is keeping up with healing with versus Brightwing. We got 72,000 healing versus 79,000. Not easy to do with Brightwing being able to Z onto targets.
True, but more importantly, Whitemane has Brightwing way outclassed in teamfight healing specifically. Brightwing can top off one person once. Whitemane can top off a whole team also once, but she can do it to a whole team. Ooh, Blaze is getting engaged on a little bit. We had D.Va getting engaged on in mid lane, but A lot of buttons getting pushed, but not a lot being found really by either team, except some good damage into Koala.
Mind control lands onto a bug again. No follow-up damage.
But also no real ult expenditure from Valkyries. They maybe used a Rain of Vengeance charge, but she's going to have another one right now, so... But again,
I mean,
20 seconds remain on my control.
Yeah, my control will be back up.
It's barely a heroic by cooldown.
She can rip those all she wants.
Yeah. There are basic abilities with longer cooldowns than that.
And then what, at level 20, if she goes to upgrades, what, every 15 seconds? Something like that?
Yeah, it basically becomes Gilnean Cocktail-esque in its cooldown. Both teams really just kind of trying to play safe, and I can't fault them for that, especially ICC Valkyries. They're looking to play for 20 for the next objective.
Blaze will grab this top XP. Mid will grab this mid XP, and they should hit 20 here, and we're going to have the blue team go ahead and grab their hard camp away, which will push into an unguarded top fort.
I'd expect to see Koala get that top lane right there so they can get 20s going into this objective as well. It'll be a little advantage for ICC Valkyries in time, but I definitely don't expect to see Cats on my keyboard engage before 20.
Slice anchoring in the bush. A pretty aggressive anchor, too.
And Pale goes out, not really finding anything. ICC are defending really well, forcing their opponents to walk into these dangerous choke points. We did have the upgraded mind control go out, not finding them. Big jump propulsion is going to find a lot of stun, though.
But May in the back line, really low.
Is going to get topped off pretty well by Brightwing, who gets immediately cocooned.
This is trouble for Brightwing, but big avalanche comes out from May. Mind control into the bug. That will secure the kill on the bug. A big stun by Valkyries to put the blue team in trouble there. They're pretty low. 35 monkeys to 18. This should go over the side of ICC once more. Mind control hits Tassadar. Boop. That might be in trouble. Boop back. No. Tassadar will eat it.
John Cena's up. He could get a stun onto somebody, and Valkyrie does have the Acrobit. Yep. Isn't able to get it. An actually good zoning Riptire. But there we see the Acrobat with that burst damage, gonna find the kill onto May.
And this
they did go into the cryo freeze, flash freeze, on 20, but already had it popped and she died.
And this objective bottom will get some damage into this bottom keep wall, but not much else.
It looks like the members of ICC are going to take their opponent's camp. I'd like to see them next rotate up and try to get that top fort while their opponents are equalizing lane pressure. Because top lane is the only lane that Cats on my keyboard have an advantage in right now. Being able to neutralize that in the catapult count would do them a lot of good.
Well, Blaze is pushing that top wave out, and you can probably just breathe on it and secure the fort. It's got 2,200 health, so yeah.
Yeah, with the Incinerator Gauntlets and the Burn Notice, he really can just kind of breathe on it.
Yeah, and it goes down here. Oh, wait. Backing off. Does it? 40 health? Can you get it? Yeah, there we go.
There we go. All right. So yeah, we're at 5 buildings to 3 in favor of ICC Valkyries, but we're at a late enough phase in the game where a convincing enough team fight for either team can just be game. So it is definitely advantage for the Valkyries, but it is very much anyone's game still.
Slice is roaming around looking for the members of Cats on my keyboard, but
there's one thing on the map, and they're bush partying it. I can't blame them for this decision.
Visible May, stun goes out onto May, wall from Tassadar.
God, could you imagine an ice wall through that area, though?
Yeah.
Either way, we're at another one of those awkward phases of the game where there's not a lot on the map for either team to do. Neither team wants to take an even team fight. Both teams are trying not to get caught out of position.
Now
although Slice is going to find Koala.
Okay, good bro to get away from the mind control.
Valkyrie, you're doing cute, inconsequential damage for stacks, and we all know it. But then again, that ding is so... it's such a satisfying noise that I can't blame anyone who's doing things with dings. Looks like they're trying to engage onto Koala and force out the Diva Bomb. We have the mind control. It does land on the Valk Slaves, but Blaze is a very chunky hero, so not going to find much out of it. But mind control's up again in 5 seconds, so really cost them nothing for the attempt.
I believe Slice is asking for help on this hard camp.
Oh, this is dangerous.
This is dangerous. Objective will be up in 20 seconds, so let's see if the blue team rips this camp, which they look like they are. And the members of ICC Valkyrie will set up 4 objective.
No, I don't think I've seen Brightwing split soak this whole game. I'd love to see Brightwing just go down to the bot lane, kill that catapult, and exist in the lane until the rest of the team is ready to do so.
The objective, though, is pop. Slice anchoring that bush once more. Trap goes out.
Yeah, Valkyries are in a bit of an awkward spot, but they're able to disengage to a more favorable location. They find
control.
The Slice, he's able to burrow one out.
Valkyrie has popped that bunker just in case.
And then 25 armor is 25 armor.
Yeah. Junkrat Riptide just hits one player, but no resets there. But Brightwing will go down here. Big E from Blaze will secure another kill. 2 for 0 so far. Is May next?
I definitely think that she is.
Big stun out to May. That's 3 kills with an objective walking top lane. Does not look good for that top keep or core.
All right, Valkyries. Put your Blaze on the point. Have everybody else start barreling down top lane. You have such an advantage. You can be up people and pushing their keep before this Punisher even comes out.
Objective is secured. We're going to have Tassadar clear out that hard camp.
Yeah, they're not going to have minions for probably
while.
close to 25, 30 seconds. So it'll be just the Punisher adding additional damage into here, but it's still 20 seconds for the rest of the members of Captain My Keyboard to get up.
It's a mortar Punisher. I mean, it wasn't... It's never been the best Punisher, but it's much better than what it was. So
it is, I think, the best at damaging buildings, which is what you need to get to win the game. Koala is going to jump it deeper in, have this bottom keep actually start taking some shots instead of their core, and we see ICC Valkyries making the defensive play to just back on out of there and clean up the rest of the map.
Not sure. I would have liked them to stick around and maybe put some damage under that middle keep at least.
Yeah, I would have liked to see them try to follow up a jump. You have a Nubarek with Rewind.
Punisher was pretty healthy, but they're going to play it safe. And
they're going to clean up the rest of the map. Blaze using that Adrenaline Stim Pack to clear this camp very quickly. We've seen him, Valk Slays, do that a couple of times, and it really does up his camp clear quite significantly. But this is like another one of those parts of the game where ICC Valkyries aren't incentivized to do anything.
Yeah,
their
they
opponents
can
have the
slow
pressure
play
against
this.
them.
And we're going to see rotation here to grab this top hard camp for ICC.
At the same time, I think that Cats on My Keyboard should make an aggressive play. When they saw Blaze in bottom lane, they could have ran at this Bruiser camp and tried to make a 5v4 happen. Clearing the lanes is the play that keeps them in the game for longer, but at a certain point, if you keep losing this incremental value, you have to ask, so what is your plan to win the game, not to just not lose it?
We do have the red team running at the mid keep wall. And the blue team is going to rotate now.
This could be a nasty avalanche.
And they're going to put some damage into that wall and run away.
Yeah. This is what I mean about incremental damage, though. ICC Valkyries pokes in, does some small damage, leaves.
Now the blue team's going to show top, and do they go back in?
I think they'll probably clear up bot.
They're going to rotate bottom lane.
Yeah, prep that lane for the same thing.
Next objective will spawn middle.
The problem with this play is if they get caught out and wipe, death timers are long enough that they could still just lose from this position.
Yeah. 25 plus minute. Immortal, though, walking into the blue side will be death for Cats on My Keyboard. But I think if the Immortal is grabbed by Cats on My Keyboard, I think ICC still survives with a fort and a keep up mid. But we do see the team set up on the bottom side here. Cassler is going to show no rotations just yet. And
This is kind of what I mean, though. I would love to see Brightwing just existing in top lane and have everybody else out of vision.
they're going to force rotation here. May,
takes a very...
Cassler walled in.
Ooh, Ice Wall. Riptire does get good value.
Good burrow. Damage onto Brightwing goes down.
Reset.
Stun onto May. That will secure 2 kills, 0, and we should see this team
they're looking for some more hero damage. I don't know if they
burrow
have...
onto Sylvanas. Unstoppable popped.
I think that was Cocoon. No, that wasn't Cocoon.
Mind control.
Big mind control hitting onto Bala, but no real follow-up to speak of. Koala is going to be able to pop mech, and that's going to clear the lanes. And I don't know if ICC Valkyries are going to continue trying to end here. Junkrat and Diva and Sylvanas are all pretty good on the defense.
But Sylvanas, that kill on Sylvanas will make things a little bit easier for them. A lot of their damage gone. And the shield's already down. And
these are going to be the biggest Riptires in the game's history. It's decent, but it's not a full reset, and that should be game number 1 going to ICC Valkyries.
Good guy. I'm impressed, Ectar. I'm impressed. I thought Slice did a great job on that Nubrak, and Ghost, did a good job on Junkrat. But in the end, first game does go over to ICC Valkyries.
I will say that their early game looked a little bit shaky, but as soon as they had their defensive cooldowns, they just kind of kept winning. I don't know that they bled out some kills after that, but they didn't really lose a fight after that too much.
Let's take a look at the talents. The talents were a little different from the tank perspective. On May, we did see the Avalanche come out versus it was Ice Wall or Shattering, whatever it's called. One where you freeze everyone on the target. And then I think if Sylvanas went Arrow versus Mind Control, would have made engages a little bit easier for the team. But everything else looks pretty normal. We had the Nubrak going to Beetle build. And he went Debilitation versus Epicenter. So we got a Chad Nubrak. But overall, really strong game 1 coming out from ICC.
Yeah. Not too much that I can complain about, again, after they got those level 10s online.
Well, we are in our intermission phase, so I will update my intermission screen to show that ICC does have a point on the board as we wait for the next lobby to pop up. But, Ectar, we have a game on our hands. We're going to game 2. Typically, the team that doesn't win the first game takes first pick. So, but ICC had map pick here, and you got to win.
They came to play.
They came to play, and they chose the map, and they won on that map. It's my perspective and my belief that first pick does not have the advantage. I feel like the team that picks the map has the advantage. They choose where to take their opponent. So,
I would say across the lifetime of the game, you're correct. Whether that is correct at a given moment, I think is meta dependent. I think currently first pick is slightly favored, but not as favored as people act.
What's the percentage of first pick wins versus map pick wins? I mean, you did the heroes stats with Swarm.
I could probably find that out right now.
Yeah,
give me a minute.
Because I feel like if you have map pick and you're comfortable with specific maps, you can take them wherever you want, and you have a draft already built out in your mind, or on a piece of paper, or on a Discord DM list. But I mean, if you don't have first pick, then you have to ban out the Johanna and ban out another hero.
I hate it when you're right, Danny.
Is it map pick wins?
First pick win rate is 47.9%. So
yeah.
52% if you are the map pick for this season in NGS matches.
Across all divisions, or
across all divisions?
Can you look at Division C? I'm not sure if there's a big discrepancy there, but I know in the upper divisions it doesn't matter if it's first or map. Most teams still go first pick, but it's interesting.
It's actually even more map pick favored, down to 47% first pick win percent.
There you go, people. Pick the map. Don't take the first pick.
Which it just feels so good not to have to ban Rhaegar Johanna every game.
I don't think Rhaegar is that strong.
You know, I had this argument the other day with Infofox, and then we played our NGS match, and we won with Rhaegar. So, take that singular data point.
Yeah, I think. Well, I mean, you could play Arthas as your tank and win, but it doesn't mean you pick Arthas over like a Muradin or a Johanna. But
I will say Rhaegar's
is in a better position than he was, but I don't think he's as strong as he was. Obviously, he's not as strong as part of the nerf.
Yeah, Rhaegar's win rate is not stellar in NGS, but it is pretty good.
It's above 50%.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Across all ranks, it is 55%.
Hey.
Which is not even the highest healer, though.
What's the highest? The Brightwing?
I was gonna say guess. It's not. It is my boy Uther.
Uther. Wait, are they running the Uther as a double support Uther?
I couldn't check that quickly enough to give you an answer.
Because when we run Uther with like Vala.
Yeah.
Or like a Death Ball Vala Uther. Anyways, we're going to Battlefield of Eternity. And this is a map pick of ICC.
It does look that way.
Yeah. So let's go over to our map band screen. Kind of show what we got here. So another map chosen by our friends, the Valkyries, or the Valk team. We're going to Battlefield of Eternity. My team we're always like picking race, but we always fight. We never like it's like, all right, let's go. We're gonna race here. And then we always end up fighting.
It just so happens that the heroes that do a lot of damage to the MO tend to do a lot of damage to enemy team members. So
yeah. You know what? You know what's actually pretty fun to run on this map as a second support is Tyrande. You run Tyrande as a DPS
I run Tyrande as a solo support on this map all the time.
You can run as a second support, and the trait onto the Immortal plus all the other stuff that comes out onto the heroes. She can. If
you're running her as a second support, you go True Shot Aura, and that's a lot of additional race all by itself.
Looks like we're getting the members of both these teams in the lobby.
Ooh. Looking at some of the stuff that ICC Valkyries have done on this map before, they like their Artanis and they like their Tyrael.
Okay. What do they run with Tyrael? What DPS do they run with Tyrael?
So they did Hanzo, which is not a surprise for the map, and Tracer in one game.
Okay. And
Lunara Li Ming in another game.
Tyrael Tracer is overpowered.
Is it?
Honestly. If Tyrael goes the level 1 where everyone gets 80% of the shield that he creates, that makes Tracer that much more beefy. Plus, with Rewind and Blinks, plus Tracer can stand just far enough away where she can hit, but they can't hit her. So I'm not sure, how good of Tracer they have, but a smart Tracer is hard to play into on her own. But then add on the fact that go through the rake of Tyrael plus the shields and the faster auto attacks, Tracer can pump out a lot of damage. Now, won't do a lot of damage to the Immortal, but we'll do a ton of damage to the backline, or even the tank. That mosquito build Tracer that's really hard to play into.
I'm gonna have to take your word for it. I haven't played Tracer in probably 2 years.
Well, you're also the healer for your team, assuming you don't like to use Tracer.
I don't. I play a lot more Nazebo Lunara if I have to.
If you have to do DPS, I'll go Nazebo.
Yo, my Nazebo is maybe still my highest level hero. Let me check real fast.
You can double soak like no one's business.
Roster by XP. It's not. He's dropped to 3rd after Brightwing and Ana.
What's your highest hero level wise?
71.
Mine is Johanna, level 145. Huh.
Yeah, I was gonna guess well over 100.
Yeah, well, here's the problem. I can't play Johanna this season because we never take first pick. So it's always banned. Actually, you know what? I did get to play Johanna in one game this season. We won.
You won with Johanna? What a surprise.
Surprise, surprise. But yeah, so waiting for one more member of ICC to show up. Maybe they went to use the restroom. Who knows?
So Danny, let me pick your brain a bit. If you had to theorize, who are the 4 heroes that are commonly thought to be very powerful in the current meta, who would you say?
In the current meta, well, I mean, Johanna, Rhaegar, Stugov, and Greymane. But I would say,
take it.
Yeah,
I'll take it.
Yeah,
there was a comp that had those 4 heroes and Dahaka, who is another, I think, contender for really strong meta pick.
Yeah.
And they lost. I need to watch this replay. How do you lose with that set of heroes?
Picking heroes that are meta, but you don't play it hurts. Like our offlane Secret doesn't play Dahaka, right? And if you put him on Dahaka, he just doesn't feel comfortable. So it's like what we said at the start of the game, the match. It's like play heroes that you're comfortable with playing. Don't play heroes because it's the meta. Don't pick up Rhaegar because it's a meta healer if you've never played Rhaegar. Don't play Johanna because it's a meta tank. We are getting the readies from Cast and Keyboard.
I would agree with all of those except Johanna. You can play Johanna. Everyone can play Johanna.
That's not true. I have seen heroic level tanks that, because Johanna today is different than Johanna was a year ago, right? Johanna today is built for cleansing and resets on her falling sword. So and disengage and wave clear. Before it was, blessed shield and no one would ever take the falling sword. Now it's just falling sword that's falling sword that. We are jumping into the lobby here.
I did see a blessed shield game the other day and it was ridiculously effective.
Oh yeah, of course it's effective, but it's Johanna's good. It gets really strong at 20. Prior to 20 with Falling Sword, she's just average. But once she hits 20 with her resets on Falling Sword, that's where games get flipped over. First ban is going over the side of Casting the Keyboard. I wouldn't be too surprised if we saw the Nubrak being taken off the board here, because I thought Slice played a pretty good Nubrak.
I could see that. Plus, he gives the potential for fighting under
they're probably going to ban out the Hanzo again, right?
It is a better map for him.
Better map. That was their first ban. Let's see. Yep, there he is.
Gotta see the consistency coming out from teams. They had a plan coming in and they're sticking with it, not making an adjustment just because they had a bad run of things in the first game.
Well, this map is a stronger Hanzo map to begin with.
Also a very good Hanzo map.
Yeah.
From the chat, I've only seen Blessed Shield unless people are comboing with Light Bomb or something like Leap. Jakey, you need to see some Blessed Shield, or not Blessed Shield, some Falling Sword being used defensively to stop an enemy team's engage.
Yeah.
It's the coolest thing in the world to see the first time that it happens, like, and a Nubrak burrows in, but nobody gets stunned. It's incredible.
Or a Gazlo bomb goes out and just walk away.
Yeah.
It's just damage. It's not a stun. But, I mean, the Blessed Shield, I believe the Blessed Shield is a better ult pre-20. Before 20. It's a better ult before 20. So, like, this map will not go to 20, right? But if you're playing on Volskaya or Infernal, maps that go 20, yeah, take the Falling Sword. But, pre-20 maps, don't worry about it. Take Blessed Shield. Here comes Vala being banned out. So we did have the Hanzo Rhaegar being taken away and Johanna and Vala. And first pick for Cats on my keyboard. What are they going to prioritize here?
Tannis. I don't know that he's first pick worthy. He's just the only hero that they played across multiple games. Besides the Tyrael, but I think opening Tyrael is ill-advised.
Good race potential. Also good follow-up on damage here from
So now that we're actually into the draft, and I have to worry slightly less about the teams maybe listening, I do want to mention as well that the times that they've taken Tyrael on this map, it was Judgment.
Sanctification is so overpowered. I know Judgment's fun, but
Judgment
Sank
is fun.
It's fun, but Sank is so OP. And we do have a new Brack. A new Brack with Stukov is scary.
Yeah, it definitely is. Because 2 stuns is a lot, but 2 stuns with a big silence under it makes it very hard for you to save yourself. And it's never a great position to be in where you have to rely on your team to save you. They should be trying, but it doesn't feel good having to rely on them. And Brightwing, an amazing healer though she is, doesn't save people especially well from that kind of dive.
And we are having PJ Red go May and Chameleon Eyes go Brightwing once more. Am I saying that right? Chameleon Eyes?
That's how I'm internalizing it. Chameleon Eyes. To become chameleon.
And next bands for the Valkyries.
I'm Valkyries. Wait, no, I was thinking the wrong team for the Artanis. Cats have only played this map once. They did play the Sonya, but 1 data point is completely meaningless.
Sonya Leap is pretty good this map. Backline and jump on somebody.
So yeah, if I'm Cats, then I ban the Artanis.
There's Artanis.
Got one right.
It's a 30-second delay, Ectar, so I don't think that's you.
No, that's just Cats on my keyboard doing their due diligence.
They're doing their scouting. And next 2 picks coming out from our friends, the ICC Valkyries, are.
I'm not downloading and parsing thousands of replays just for myself. I am putting the information out there publicly available. So
I'm guessing
it's an off. I appreciate it.
Yeah, off lane. No, they're going to grab both DPSs here.
I always like saving.
Yeah, save one.
I always
DPS.
like saving. I like saving the offlaner so you get a guaranteed good matchup. Although it's not as important on this map for sure, but this is a division I feel where sometimes you do just have player diff, and if you have a good comfortable offlaner who's able to just win the offlane, that can buy you a lot of leeway for the rest of the map.
Comp looks pretty similar on the side of Cast My Keyboard. I'm going to guess Valk grabs the Blaze here. If Blaze and Nubrak is dirty. Plus the silence from Stukov.
And Descenderin, who I've probably pronounced 3 different ways now, going into the Kel'Thas means they have additional follow-up CC in the form of the Gravity Lapse, so a lot of potential to lock one target down. Blaze helps.
See the Blaze. Blaze and Nubrak is extremely annoying to play against.
Yeah.
You get 3 stuns and then a sign from Stukov.
Yep.
And it's not that hard to hit. It's not that hard to hit.
Yeah. Blaze's stun is actually gigantic.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure if you had someone standing next to an ETC using Mosh Pit, you could stun out the Mosh Pit with Jet Push.
We'll need to test that next bug testing to see how far the stuns actually react.
Yeah, for anyone out there, Diablo can actually interrupt Mosh Pit with Shadow Charge if you're standing far enough away when you initiate it.
I did not know that.
You're not supposed to be able to, but you can.
It's an unintended bug. Well, I will announce the blue team once more. Koala on Diva once more. Ghost on Li Ming. Chelsea on Thrall. PJ Red back on May. And Chameleon Eyes on Brightwing.
And on the right-hand side, in the red trunks, they are ICC Valkyries looking to close things out in a 2-0 fashion with Valkyrie playing Lunara, Valk Slaves on the Blaze, Waterlong on Stukov, Descenderin playing Kel'Thas, and Slice reprising his role on Anubarak. And because I haven't given up on this yet, there was a patch note that explicitly removed the interaction where Shadow Charge was interrupting Mosh Pit, and then it just found its way back into the game somehow.
Builds look pretty much the same on both sides for heroes from last game.
Oop. Crash Lightning coming out, someone tell Bahamut.
Trash Lightning coming out.
Hey, you said it, not me.
You know what, though? He has 1 stack.
He's got a stack. More stacks than anyone else in this game right now. I didn't pay attention to the Nubarak build from last game. Was it Beetle build?
It was Beetle build, yeah.
Okay. I love Beetle build against Li Ming anyway. Ooh, nice damage spread. Ghost letting Slice know that he knows that he's in that bush. Their camp's coming up in 10 seconds. Neither team positioned super for it. Ooh, Ghost going for a very
aggressive portal, yeah.
They're not going to punish it, but keep that in mind for later.
Ectar, 3 stacks of Trash Lightning.
I appreciate the update.
4 stacks.
Are you going to keep doing this?
No. Maybe. And
yeah, if he gets it, though, it can actually be pretty good damage increase. Ooh, Waterlung getting effectively a virulent reaction combo.
Okay.
Ghost taking a lot of damage. Lunara is the only one low on the side of the Valkyries. I like to see them maybe try to hit this camp. Nah, their opponents are tapping stuff. They're fine. Blaze getting half a kill top lane. And then some, actually. Koala getting brought down to almost half. Really well played by Velox. See, this is what I mean. This is just a comfortable off-lane matchup that they're just getting value in.
Honestly, it felt like ICC is bullying this bottom lane, and Blaze is bullying the top lane.
Yeah. So there's... It's very small victories that they're taking, but they are just kind of winning everywhere by a small margin.
There's silence from Took-Off. Volley onto Nubarak. Big bro into the line here. They're looking at May here. Fall damage. Lunara is tumping poison damage, forcing out the trade from May.
Yeah, she should be able to get out though. Yeah, it's
she's going to port back, and they're going to go ahead and start this bottom camp. And we should see rotations onto the hard camp at 2:30.
9 stacks, by the way.
The red team is a little bit low, so we do see Kael'thas porting back for mana. And I'm not sure if the red team's gonna have enough time to grab their hard camp.
I don't think that they should even try, honestly. I think they should finish clearing out the stuff. Camp's being taken in the top lane. Koala's here to try and contest, and there is a Brightwing Z available, so Valkyries really, I don't think, can try to contest this, although a Slice is on the way.
But the red team is going to head and start their hard camp. Z from Brightwing, Polly onto the Blaze, and this siege camp will go over the side of Cats on the keyboard. Chameleon's low. Nubarak chunked out a little bit here.
Chameleon is getting the both necessary and incredibly swaggy play of cleansing out your own stun with Brightwing.
Slice might be in trouble here. Burrows away. PJ Red wants to put some damage into him, but members of ICC is there to protect the Nubarak.
Yeah, Descender getting some really good gravity lapses already in this game, saving a lot of damage from going into Waterlong, because that 11 stacks on Crash Lightning is really increasing the amount of damage.
Big Blaze stun, but no follow-up yet. Li Ming forced to port top to clear out that top hard camp.
Halftime is in favor of Cats on my keyboard, but they have a damage dealer split out where a Nubarak is the one split out for ICC.
Oh, Blaze in trouble here. Able to E away.
Huge silence, though. That means that the Diva Bomb isn't even going to go out. Oh, it just barely goes out in time. One more auto and that would have gone down. It is worth noting, though, that Cats on my keyboard doesn't have anyone trying to do their own race. They're really just trying to take a strong defensive fight, but they're going to get it in the Blaze.
Go down. Hey, Ectar.
Yeah.
Thrall has got 14 stacks. But we do have a counter kill onto the Brightwing. So it's 4v4.
Do you have any idea how much damage 14 stacks of Crash Lightning is?
15 stacks now. I have no idea.
Yeah, it's 15 times 12, which is math that I can't do because I'm currently on a live stream.
Yeah.
Kael'thas is the next to fall. What, 200 and something? 180. God, I'm bad at math. We do have the members of ICC trying to pick a fight here.
Koala low here. Can Bulk Slays follow up. Big stun at the Thrall. Can you get a double kill? Blaze finding 2 quick kills on Thrall and D.Va. Is there more in the tank? As the Red Punisher is going to go bottom here. And with 2 members down, this should be an easy wall. And I missed it. They found a kill onto Brightwing once more.
Danny, I want to bet you a pizza that Waterlong goes into virulent reaction on 13.
Sure.
Hell yeah. Alright, we've got the Red Immortal pushing through in the bottom lane. Brightwing is just coming up now, but does have the Z available. She's moving into bot lane. Fort is about halfway down. Gonna come in and put onto Chelsea, but the bottom port is going to fall really good damage for a first Immortal.
Above average for Immortal damage onto that bottom port.
And it looks like ICC are positioned to immediately take this Khazra camp.
You know, the one thing I'm noticing here about ICC is they're being very disciplined about not chasing kills.
Yeah, they're doing a really good job of taking what they can get and not reaching.
Which is my team's exact opposite problem. We do have a burrow for Slice. Let's see if he engages here. Burrow onto the Brightwing. Chameleon-Eye's in trouble. That's a dead Brightwing. His main next. She ease away, but he is slowed. Can Lunara find the damage? No, she will walk away.
On the plus side, they traded up 2 Crash Lightning stacks in that fight.
We are up 17 stacks. You are correct, sir.
I do want to point out that's another Brightwing cleansing their own stun. There's the window for doing that is actually pretty small, so it's always worth mentioning, I think, whenever that happens. I do wonder if the critical miss level 7 talent wouldn't have been enough to keep her alive there.
Waterlong getting a little low here. Can Kael'thas get out?
Having to pop the cocoon on the Brightwing as well as the Phoenix, a lot of damage actually going into both Waterlong and Valkyrie. They do invade the camp.
They still away the hard
honestly,
camp.
One of the,
yeah, they're going to start their own camp, looks like.
Yeah, that camp is one of the hardest camps in the game
still,
to take,
yeah.
in my opinion.
I casted a game the other day where the enemy team, at the 1 minute mark, they sent 2 players to go grab the enemy's hard camp, and they were able to get away with it.
On this map?
On this map. And then at the 2:30 mark, all 5 of the other side team went and stole the other camp away from them. So I was like, huh, all right.
Yeah, a lot of race coming up for the members of ICC. We do have the 10s being picked up for both sides. I
We're
don't think we're
going
going
to
to rattle them all off
halftime
this
here.
time.
Yeah.
Stun going out on the Valk Slays, but not going to find a whole lot there.
Stun just
going for
misses.
Jet Propulsion, not finding it, and that is going to bleed out another
Burrow
Crash
onto
Lightning
Chameleon-Eyes. That's a dead Brightwing. PJ Red is going to be next. Silence. Bomb goes out. Pushes away by the Sukov.
Koala just barely able to remech in time not to get killed in Baby Diva form.
You should
Blaze
see the members
already back onto the race.
Yeah, they're going to burn this Immortal down.
Yeah, and with Choking Pollen and Nature's Calling, Valkyrie has a lot of additional race potential.
Thrall's in trouble here. Silence on Thrall. Chelsea, can he get away? Snowball to disengage for his team.
It's a good disengage, but it only gets them back to a neutral position. It's not finding them extra value on top of it. So that is going to be a really healthy Immortal for the members of ICC.
Second Immortal grabbed by ICC Valkyries.
Yeah, this one's way healthier, though.
Much healthier.
Going into the top lane with like a 95% shield. Brightwing is the one in bottom lane to do the off-soak, and this is what kind of plays that I want to see. Have your better clear heroes actually clearing, and bring Brightwing up when she's necessary. She doesn't contribute a lot before that.
Z onto Thrall from Brightwing, so we have all 5 members here.
Blaze is in the bottom lane, so...
Ectar, what was your 13 you said for Kael'thas?
It wasn't Kael'thas, it was Stukov, Virulent Reaction.
Oh, okay, let's see. Ah, goddamn!
Yeah! You could see with the way he was playing, he was basically doing the combo wall game.
Yeah.
But it gets a lot better now. Hey, there he goes.
There it
Immediately
is.
finds one onto D.Va. Sunder come out is going to knock the heroes around, but doesn't disrupt for very long, so the members of ICC are stepping up. They're playing very confidently this game. Last game they were playing pretty cautious, but it feels like they're playing with a lot of confidence right now.
I mean, they weren't under any pressure, so they could play that way. I mean, they weren't diving into the back line.
Yeah,
Nubrak was being pretty cautious.
In the first game, they lost-ish 4 kills before level 10. This time, they've been winning for the most part, so they have a lot more leeway to play with confidence because what they lose for losing is less than it would have been in the first game.
And I would guess they're going to play for 16s here. Once 13s are grabbed by pass on my keyboard. But Slice is
still time.
looking aggressive here. Valkyries has a stun here onto Koala. Oh, big stun onto Chameleon Eyes. They're going to get a quick kill onto Brightwing. Cocoon onto Diva. Valkyries is pretty low. Those micro missiles put a ton of damage into Lunara.
Yeah, but there's very little chase potential for the members of Cats on My Keyboard, so they were able to disengage to got some good damage in. They have no way to chase the members of ICC down after that. Gonna trade out the top camp, and Cats on My Keyboard are gonna take their own Bruiser camp. Yeah, we're just gonna have Bruiser camps being taken all around as we see ICC Valkyries gonna go take theirs now.
Slice anchoring this bush once more.
We do have an even talent here for a little bit. Do you think it's worth it for Cats on My Keyboard to try and take a fight right now, even talent here, but down 2 levels of scale?
Honestly, I think they want a fight here, and they're going to pay for it with Li Ming going down pretty quickly to Nubrak's stuns and Lunara damage.
But we're only 3 stacks away from Crash Lightning being finished.
That's true.
It is a power spike. I don't think it's much of a power spike as we've been memeing on, though. Yeah, halftime going entirely in favor of ICC Valkyries. Cats on My Keyboard is just in top lane, doing what they can to minimize this lane pressure that they've got up. I like to see them try to at least get a little bit of the shielding down, but they're not even going to be able to get there in time. ICC's race is just too good.
And this will be a full health Immortal walking into the bottom lane. Going to be a pretty tough defense to keep this keep alive, especially with most of the wall down and that bottom tower at about 25% health.
I don't even know if you try to really... Oh, God.
Big stun from Blaze, followed up by the Nubrak follow-up. That's one dead Brightwing, and Koala's next. Two kills.
That's what this is.
That's big. That's a Slice and Valkyries saying, I have stun, follow up.
What did Brightwing ever do to you? So this keep is obviously forfeit, and it's still about a 75% shielding on this Immortal.
They're going to look
This could
here.
definitely be game if they can find one more kill, maybe even less than that.
Ghost trying to put some damage into the Immortal.
Once again, just throwing the entire kitchen sink at the enemy team. Cocoon out of the Brightwing. Snowball Cannon is only going to find the Kel'Thas.
Diva Bomb
Diva
comes
Bomb
out.
is going to hit out onto Blaze. Just Blaze, though.
But Core at 55%
down.
falling, 48%. 40.
If the Immortal's still at full hit points, this should still be game number 2 and the
18,
series going in favor of
10,
ICC
2,
Valkyries.
and GG's for our friends, ICC Valkyries. Pretty strong showing by the Vox.
Very strong, I would say.
Yeah. Let's look at this match summary real quick here, Ectar. And I will message one of the Volks.
I mean, say what you will about macro, say what you will about setting up for Immortal race. Sometimes the best strategy is to just go kill them, and that's basically what ICC did from level 10 until they finished the game at, what, 17?
Yeah. 12 kills to 3. It wasn't, I think the red team did a good job. Valkyrie's asking the whole team, whatever you want. Let's look over at this Ectar, so that makes the advantage for a map pick team that much stronger.
I do want to point out, Thrall finished Crash Lightning at 13:43.
Well, congratulations, Thrall.
Yeah.
Crash Lightning.
It was less than a full minute that he had Crash Lightning finished.
Okay. Volkslays.
Hey, man.
Hey.
We have the Volks in the lobby. I like it.
Double Valk, you get both of us.
Congratulations tonight, guys. You guys showed us that you can know how to push buttons in the right order.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. I was actually pretty impressed by everyone's plays tonight. Talk to us about ICC Valkyries and the name choice.
Well,
I'm assuming it's not an accident.
no, it's in talks with Lich Queen, who runs ICC. Val and I were both on ICC Queens in the past together, so we were already part of the org, and we ended up kind of splitting off and starting this little band of misfits, and just worked out that the two captains are named Valk in the end, but the Valkyrie name did, slightly inspired by things that I like.
Well, I like the name. It's a good name to show. Well, congrats tonight. We saw a lot of interesting things here. My first question, though, is to Volkslays. I could have swore that at one point you were a tank main. And
Yes.
tonight, I didn't see you playing a tank. I saw you playing an offlane.
I've slid into the off lane. Slice is an awesome tank, as you guys probably saw there.
Played a really strong Anubarak.
Yeah.
But it looked like in that second game, both games here, the communication between your stuns and his stuns, or whose stuns following up on whose, led to a lot of kills, especially in game 2 with your Eon Blaze and his follow-up on it with Ian Burrow and Q with Anubarak.
Definitely getting the combos, and I do have a lot of experience tanking in the past, so I think it helps having me and Slice in that mindset as far as me being the offlane right now, because we come together and land those combos.
Yeah, it's definitely much easier to play with an offlane at one point.
Yeah, I play mostly just heavy heroes, cruisers, so that's kind of what I'm Deathwing over and over again.
Awesome. Ectar, what questions do you have for the Volks?
Looking through your match history a little bit, it isn't until relatively recently that you started running the Anubarak Blaze together. Is that sort of a recent development, or is it just something you're only more recently pulling out in NGS specifically?
Yeah, we were lucky to just get Slice added to the roster not too long ago, so she's transitioned into the tank for the team, and she plays a lot of the same tanks that I do, so it's been working out so far. I still don't feel like I'm an experienced offlaner yet, but it's great having the team working so well together in the 4-stack. That just gives me time to learn it and ease into it.
Oh yeah, looks like this is your third match with Slice on the roster.
Yeah.
Very cool, and it seems to be going very well for y'all.
Definitely.
Yeah, we brought her in, and she's just done a great job helping our team come together a little bit better, allowing Valk to go to offlane, which she really hoped to do this season, and also help bring in some more experienced shot calling, which has also really helped our team come together.
Absolutely.
Now, you guys got put onto the map pick twice, and I'm a strong believer that the team that picks a map wins the map. You guys did it.
In the past, actually. Yeah, we have in the past actually taken map pick over first pick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, if you get to pick where they go. I mean, you ban out Johanna, but that's okay. And you guys won on both Infernal Shrines and DOE. So congratulations. I was able to prove Ectar wrong once more. That the map pick player team will win most of the time. But no, a really strong showing. I can tell your team is coming along. No, great job tonight.
Thanks so much.
I don't have any questions. Yeah, I thought you guys did really well. Any shout outs that you want to make to the Terrace of people watching this Twitch cast?
Thank you, Akari, for tuning in. Thank you, the team, ICC, all of ICC. How about you, Val?
Yeah, I just want to thank the team for, showing up and being ready to play.
There we go. Ectar, any last questions before we let them go?
Shout out to Jakey Az in the chat, also an ICC member and a frequent acquaintance of mine.
Jakey Az was definitely pumping you guys up quite a bit during the
Thank you,
cast.
Jake.
Well, guys, congratulations again, and good luck the rest of the season.
Thanks so
Thank
much.
you so much.
GG's.
Thank you.
Ectar, we've managed to do it again, or I have managed to do it again, is lower the expectations of all NGS casters so that anyone can do this. But thanks for joining me tonight.
How much lower can the expectations go for you really at this point?
We haven't even found my low point, Ectar. We're not even near it.
You could optimize people's disappointment in you so much. Just don't change scenes a couple times.
Until I get that letter from Turd or the discipline committee telling me what I did wrong is against NGS guidelines and rules, and then I haven't reached that point yet.
Look, DC aren't in charge of the caster bylaws. You'd be getting a message from Jinxie Cat or Crushinator.
Well,
and they're, I think, both way nicer than than some of the people on disciplinary committee. Don't tell them I said that.
I think they say just, hey, don't do that, and then just that would be it. But
yeah, if you get anything more than a strongly worded letter from Crushinator, you should feel really bad. You've done something quite wrong.
I don't think does Crushinator write strongly worded letters.
That's kind of my point.
Yeah. All right. Well, I can reach to new lows then. Awesome. Hey, Ectar, thanks tonight. Thanks again, and rest of you guys have a good rest of your night.
Thank you for having me.
Bye.